In the small town of Ravenswood, nestled between mist-shrouded hills and ancient woods, there stood an old mansion known as the Holloway house. Abandoned for decades, it whispered of forgotten secrets and unseen horrors. One day, a curious antiquarian named Samuel Whitman stumbled upon this decaying relic of the past. Intrigued by the stories of the mansion's eerie history, he decided to explore its depths. As Samuel entered the mansion, the air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding. Dust danced in the dim light filtering through cracked windows. Cobwebs clung to the corners like ghostly specters. In a room cluttered with forgotten relics, Samuel discovered a gramophone covered in a thin layer of grime. The ornate brass horn seemed to beckon him, promising to play a melody from another time. He wound the mechanism and placed the needle delicately on an old, cracked record. A haunting melody filled the room, sending shivers down Samuel's spine. The notes were melancholic, resonating with the sorrow of a bygone era. As the music played, the atmosphere within the mansion seemed to come alive. Shadows flickered in the corners of his vision, and the temperature dropped noticeably. Unable to tear himself away, Samuel felt an invisible force guiding him through the mansion. The gramophone's music became a haunting lullaby, pulling him deeper into the heart of the abandoned house. The wallpaper peeled like the skin of a long-forgotten memory, revealing images of faces distorted in anguish. With each step, the gramophone's melody grew more intense, as if it were telling a tale of tragedy and despair. Samuel's heart raced, but he pressed on, unable to resist the inexplicable compulsion that gripped him. The music led him to a hidden chamber where a dusty phonograph stood, seemingly untouched by time. As Samuel approached, he saw a collection of old photographs scattered across a table. Each image depicted people with twisted expressions, trapped in a perpetual state of anguish. The gramophone's haunting melody reached a crescendo, and the room quivered with unseen energy. Suddenly, the photographs began to move, their tormented subjects writhing in agony. In a panic, Samuel tried to flee, but the door slammed shut with a resounding thud. The gramophone's song reached a fever pitch, echoing through the mansion like a chorus of lost souls. Shadows materialized into ghastly figures that danced to the macabre rhythm, their eyes fixated on Samuel. Desperation clawed at him as he realized the truth. The gramophone was a conduit to the supernatural, a cursed relic that bound the spirits of the mansion to its haunting melody. The anguished souls sought release, and Samuel had unwittingly become the conductor of their torment. As the last haunting note echoed through the mansion, the gramophone fell silent. The room returned to stillness, and the ghastly figures dissipated like morning mist. The door creaked open, releasing Samuel from its spectral grip. Shaken and pale, he stumbled out of the mansion, leaving behind the cursed gramophone and the tormented souls it had briefly set free. The once silent Holloway house now echoed with the whispers of its tragic history, and the gramophone stood as a macabre reminder of the darkness that lurked within the forgotten corners of Ravenswood.